Why does Godzilla look so creepy? He's supposed to give a nice friendly little wave, but it looks like he's gonna murder someone. Okay. Another live stream test. Not expecting this to do anything, just testing with stuff, I guess. Um what the Oh, hey Rendrin. How's it going? I'm just doing a quick test of a live stream. You and Mio and Keto actually kind of inspired this. Marcos is here as well. Hello, hello. Um, yeah, Godzilla's just giving a little friendly wave, but it looks like he's gonna eat you, but it's fine. It's fine. He doesn't have my axe. He's fine. Um, Sorry if I sound a little jittery. I've never done this ever. Thank you, Marcos. Have you been playing FNAF recently, or are you still done with that? Doing better than me? I don't know. Um, I do have family over, so hopefully no one starts yelling or anything. Not that they do. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm just testing right now. But hey, thanks guys for showing up. I really wasn't expecting this. I was expecting just to talk to myself, honestly. I have no idea how long I'm going to go for. Probably not too long, but I'm playing FNAF, but I'm doing... Oh yeah, FNAF 2 is hard, dude. It is, for me anyway, it's all RNG. The worst things will happen to you. Like, you'll have to wind up the music box, but then Toy Bonnie comes into your office and you cannot put the mask up and wind up the music box and you're dead. Why is that? Why is that? Anything else I have here? Hold on a second. I am thinking of what? Huh? What you talking about? I'm thinking of doing like a video review of all my Godzilla collections, but not 100% sure yet. You've only played Security Breach? That's fine. Security Breach was really hyped. The thing about Security Breach, in my opinion, it makes for a good game, like a okay horror game and a pretty fun game. But when you give it the Five Nights at Freddy's title, I just don't seem like it would deserve that title. But the game itself is kind of fine. If it wasn't Five Nights at Freddy's, I probably wouldn't have looked at it as harshly as I did. Oh yeah. I think the hardest FNAF thing I ever done is beating Ennard, honestly. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about Secret of the Mimic either. It looked more like Poppy Playtime or some other weird, cheap mascot horror game. Um, Real. Here, I got another crap. Bear with me. He doesn't look too friendly either. I thought he was going to look a little more friendly. Now, for some reason, what the heck? 50, really? Everybody says 5020 is like the hardest. Is 1020 actually harder for you? Huh. How many Godzillas do I have? Too many, Rendrin. Too many. I'm looking at 12 right now. And that's not all of them. That's most of them, but that's not all of them. I've wasted everything. But I got into Godzilla when I was really young. Like, my dad just put in a DVD of this big lizard destroying buildings when I was a kid. I'm like, that's awesome. And now look where I am. What was I saying? One of the things I'm not crazy about YouTube live streaming is the way I have to hold my phone. Jojo, no judgment here. Jojo looks like a fun game. Question: what came first, the game or the anime? Is there an anime of JoJo? I'm not sure. I think there is, but was the game first? 50-20 mode is nothing after the first hour of it. Really? I'll have to watch more 50-20 modes because Ultimate Custom Night is actually the only FNAF game, except for FNAF World and Secrets of the Mimic, that I have not played. Those are the only ones I have not played, and Secrets of the Mimic, I just don't care to get it. I only got Security Breach thinking it was going to be the biggest thing. I got Ruined because it was free, and why not? But Secrets of the Mimic, I'm not sure. Oh, so the anime came first. Okay. I thought the video game came first. 1010 Show would recommend. Fair. Yeah, FNAF 2, like I said, it's like all RNG. I was able to beat 1020 mode, but with cheats, so I don't know if that counts or not. It was still very hard for me, but I'm not as good as you, Marcos. I've seen you playing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I beat it with cheats, but I don't know if you would count that. JoJo would recommend. I'm not a big anime fan, but I've seen so much JoJo reference and stuff. It's almost like I kind of want to get into it just to see what it's about. So 1020 mode is harder than Ultimate Custom Night. Huh. Sorry, there's not much for you guys to look at. I just have this radioactive dinosaur. I don't know what else to... Hold on. You can... An angry monkey with a robotic glove. Maybe I can learn how to put my logo above his face and it's like me talking. I don't know. FNAF 2, you always have to... Yeah, FNAF 2 is very difficult. I remember I first played FNAF 2 on my tablet when I was a kid, and Night 6 was like 1020 mode for me. I could never beat Night 6. JoJo So Peak if you're... Maybe, I'll see what it's on. I'll probably give a couple episodes a shot. I'm not the biggest anime kind of guy, but maybe it'll surprise me. Oh, it's on Netflix? Okay, I have that, yeah. Also, again, thanks for stopping in, guys. I really didn't think anyone was going to come in. I would like to stream myself playing a FNAF game or any other game, but I can't really hold my phone that well, and I can't cast off the TV. Oh, yeah. But you'd still think FNAF 2 was harder, though? It gets better. Yeah, it seems like that's a lot of things. Usually, the first thing of anything is usually not the best sometimes. Such a nerd. Hey, you are... It's okay, nerd off. I'm a huge nerd, too. I mean, look what you're looking at. I am the nerd. What else do I have? Here, you can look at another one. Shin Godzilla. I wish they made a second Shin Godzilla because it left off on a cliffhanger, and it would be nice to see him come back, but he doesn't come back like a certain purple guy, you know. On PC, Ultimate Custom Night is exactly easy. On mobile, it might be harder. I think any FNAF game on mobile would be harder, except for Sister Location, that part where you have to type in the code on Circus Baby to get to Night 5. That was so painfully hard to do on Xbox, dude. Like, I can't even explain it. Ultimate Custom Night in VR? That'd be sick. I don't know if I... That would be cool, though. That's what Help Wanted 2 should have had. Help Wanted 2 was good. It just wasn't as scary as the first Help Wanted and the DLC. That's just me, though. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. I never played Ultimate Custom Night, but I know some of the basics, like whether Chica will get stuck in a vent, or Dee Dee, that's where she came from, and she'll spawn in some kind of enemy. It's not made by Scott. Oh, it's a fan-made? Yeah, I saw a Sister Location fan-made VR headset before Help Wanted 2 was even announced. It's crazy that some of the fans can make better games than big companies. And some of them don't even, like, they're free. Like, Spiff played it? Oh, okay. I think I've mentioned Tearland a couple of times, and that game is so awesome, and it's free, so thank you for the hearts. Tearland is a great game. I just really wish I could play it on Xbox, but I liked it. The story was really cool. It even had a boss fight at the end. Not the emojis. This is weird. This is like the first proper live stream I've done. With my beloved. Later on, if I learn how to make people moderators, you guys can be the first moderators. You will be soldiers of the live stream. You'll all have a custom axe to get rid of annoying people, I guess. By the way, I am on the ceiling. I am always on the ceiling. You will defend the live stream. Thank you, Rendren. That live stream you did, even though it was delayed, I still had fun. I was laughing hysterically when your brother started just saying my name as a slur, and it was awesome. It was annoying, but it was awesome. Definitely liked the video. What else? Honestly, this... Yeah, if I can figure out how to not make it a short, I would do that, because I definitely, like I said, I'm not crazy about making shorts, and I'm going to look more into this kind of stuff. If I can somehow figure out... It wasn't. It was good. Your live stream was good. It was neat seeing you play the JoJo game. It was very confusing, like, oh, there's a dinosaur, oh, there's a horse, but I liked it like that, and, I never seen the anime, so if I saw it, I'd get all the references, but it was funny just seeing all those animals just pop up out of nowhere, not knowing what's going on, but in a good way. But yes, I do want to somehow do a different live stream where it doesn't have to be vertical like this. Here. One of my favorites, Burning Godzilla. Having his nuclear meltdown. Because, yes. I would also like to make more long-term videos. They just don't get that many views. Not that I'm view hungry or anything. I just want as much people to see them as possible. Obviously, I don't get paid for YouTube, and I don't want to get paid. It's just a fun little hobby that I'm into. But I will try and make longer videos, even if no one even watches them. As long as one person likes them, that's all that matters. He looks like he's wearing armor. Yeah, I can see that. Um, yeah, he was in 1995, and I really wish I was alive to see that because it was a big deal. It was like, because he was in a lot of movies, and everything's like, Godzilla's actually dying in this movie. It's like one of the first Godzilla deaths. What kind of monster can defeat him? And it was a whole big thing, and he had his son in the movie, and it was sad, though. It was sad but good. Where you draw FNAF characters again. I've lost motivation to draw a couple of years ago. And losing my FNAF folder probably didn't help with that. Thanks, Rendrin. I would like to draw, just I feel like they weren't that good, and I just kind of lost motivation of drawing. But if I can think of something else to draw, I will. I was actually thinking of drawing Teeler from Teeler's Land. So maybe I'll do that. If I can find my sketchbook. I think it's somewhere. Hold on a second, I'm gonna... draw Godzilla. I have a couple of Godzilla drawings, actually. Group hug, group photo. I might show Godzilla drawings. I would get them now, but I don't know where they are. I'm not going to look for them for 15 minutes while you guys just look at whatever this is. Oh my goodness, that was loud. His tail came off. He's dead. Fixed. All fixed. Whoa, what's going on? Oh my. Okay. Breach stream. Thank you, but I don't think so. Thank you, though. I don't know, why did you hurt him? Hey, he deserved it. You know how many people he's destroyed? But honestly, they deserve it. No. Yeah, it fell. Here, I'll show you. I'm actually balancing my phone on this Mecha Godzilla. Kiryu. Random fact you're not going to care about, but this Godzilla, this one here, his soul is inside of this one. So that was Five Nights at Freddy's before it was Five Nights at Freddy's. Little random fact for you. Look at him. He's still scarred. He's seen things. Yeah, his soul is actually inside this Mechagodzilla, which I think is really cool. And his name is Kiryu, or something like that. Now I have more Godzillas up there. Lots more. Too many. Mechagodzilla is sick. Yeah. Kiryu is my favorite Mechagodzilla by far, just because he looks cooler than the others, and I like the idea of a Godzilla's soul actually being trapped inside of him. Yeah, the puppet and Lefty, kinda, yeah, actually. Yeah, 1954 was the puppet. Mechagodzilla would be Lefty. You are correct. Except the puppet has a little more good intentions than Godzilla does. I liked watching -1. That was a good breath of fresh air, because the MonsterVerse, they were just going a little too silly, kid friendly, and then -1 went back to its darker form, which was really cool. It may not be as popular, but that's what Godzilla was. Dark and sinister. Recommend someone to get into Godzilla. It depends on what kind they would like to watch. If they like dark and horror, that's definitely a couple of Godzillas are like that. If they like just giant lizards battling it out, a lot of Godzillas are like that. There's a Godzilla anime, a couple of Godzilla Earth and Godzilla Ultimate. Those are animes. They didn't do as good, but actually here, this one, this is Godzilla Earth, and he was from an anime, and he's actually the biggest one to exist. And I'm sorry if I am boring you with my Godzilla knowledge. I don't know what to do with it. This is how I try to talk to regular people. Greens, yeah. This one's actually made of plants. Just think about that. This one is made of plants. That's why he's called Godzilla Earth. I don't know. That anime was confusing. Although, one anime, yeah, how many Godzillas do you have? I have like 12 that I'm looking at. I have some Godzilla monsters like Destroya, Gigan, King Ghidorah. If you watched them, you might have seen them in like my Godzilla War videos. I tried making that a series, but I don't think it was getting big enough to properly become a series. Like, he's the first, so he's the captain. He's kind of like the tough guy, and he's the lieutenant, second in command. So relatable, you are literally with JoJo. Fair. Yeah, I'll have to check into JoJo. I don't know how to describe this one dude, but that one JoJo guy with like the black leather jacket and a hat, and I think he had like a chain around his neck. He looks pretty cool. Bro be calling them like Pokemon. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see some kind of like Pokemon Godzilla game. I don't know how that would work though. There's not a whole lot of Godzilla games, it's a shame, but Even though I'm not big about the MonsterVerse, it is getting people into Godzilla, which is good. Jotar, am I saying that right? I have no idea. I'm very bad with words. Brain not braining. We love Jotar. Okay. What is Jotar? He's from JoJo. Midokito. JoJo reference. Now, did I say Midokito? I mean Marco. Why did I say Midokito? I'm so tired. I'm already so tired. He was talking about Salapati, Mio here, and Keto here to tell you. Jota. Yeah, I can't read. I'm sorry. I'll probably just look that up. I'm very terrible at pronouncing things. I'm not a huge anime either, Marcos. I've only watched, I wouldn't even say a handful, just very little. I have nothing against anime. It's just not my thing, but I might watch JoJo. It's fine, yeah. The only animes I really watched were the Godzilla ones, and even though I love Godzilla, I just wasn't crazy about those. I do appreciate the art style. The art style is pretty cool. I will say that. But like, one of the thing is, there's so many different animes, I wouldn't even know which one to start watching. JoJo is the only anime I've ever seen. Really? Huh. Interesting. Well, there's one more I want to show. This one is GMK. He was in a couple of my other shorts, my newer ones. He's actually one of the more darker Godzilla ones because he's possessed by dead World War II soldiers, which I've had him say in like the Godzilla battles, but that was like maybe a year ago. He's like, by the dead soldiers in World War II, I will fight. And he's like a psycho in the movie, so I make him a psycho in my videos. I mean, look at him. He has no pupils. This doesn't. This is your average Psycho Godzilla. He's got the giant sharp spikes and claws. I'm nerding out again. Sorry, I don't know what else to do. JoJo is the only anime I've ever seen. Yeah.